Let's get into it though. Our first email question of the night is from Ashley. What's something about the legal system that you think could use some improvement? I think that's a great question. Maybe both of y'all can answer that one.
I think Lance should answer that one.
Well, I had two things that came to mind. The first, and I think it's the one that affects us, day to day in our cases that we handle, handling predominantly auto accident cases. One thing is the insurance requirements in the state of Florida. Currently, you can operate a vehicle on the roadways in the state of Florida without having any kind of bodily injury liability coverage on your policy, which means if you get in an accident and you hurt someone, your insurance policy, you don't even have to have coverage to actually pay for the damages that you've caused. And I think that that's something that that needs to be looked into, and it's actually something that has been on the agenda for the legislature for the past few years. Implementing a mandatory minimum bodily injury liability coverage so that if you do cause a crash, you have the financial resources to actually respond and pay the damages that you've caused. Unfortunately, it's kind of stalled this past year, even though it was passed in the legislature. The governor's currently held that up, but hopefully that's something that here in the short term will be corrected.
Larry, do you have anything to add to that? That was a pretty good one.
I was going to say, ask us anything. We got to get to a show tonight. Yeah. There's actually two statutes I'd love to see changed, Courtney, in the state of Florida. I'll just bring them there. They're both what I call free kill statutes. When I say free kill statutes, it literally somebody can be killed in a wrongful death action and no one can be held accountable. And so we deem them free kill statutes. One of them is in the medical malpractice arena. And that's when somebody who dies as a result of some type of medical neglect and they are not married, or if they don't have a child under the age of 25 or otherwise, somebody that's otherwise dependent. And frequently we see widows or widowers who undergo medical malpractice, and we have to tell the family, your children are over the age of 25. There's not anybody there to claim as far as the statute is concerned, as far as beneficiaries to the estate. And so that is something that really needs to be changed. You don't get that free kill statute. It's called a free kill statute basically for widows and orphans involved in medical malpractice claims. The other one is also slightly different, but a free kill statute, the way I'm deeming it, is in the dram shop laws. In the state of Florida, we have a dram shop statute that's antiquated, out of date, and out of touch. Just recently, we tried a case up in Jackson County. It was reported here by the news station, and the jury followed the law. I'm not upset with the jury, so please, this is not a knock on the jury. This is a knock on the legislature. Our laws are antiquated. They say that when you go into some place and somebody is served a large amount of alcoholic beverages and it's clearly that they're overserved, you have to know that that person is an habitual drunk in order for the establishment, for the vendor to be found responsible. And that's just ludicrous. You can have beer drinking contest, beer chugging contest. You can do 21 shots and walk out and go and get in your car and kill someone, and then the restaurant or bar doesn't have any responsibility. So those are the two things that I would really like to see changed. They can be done. And up in Alabama, I want to talk about this because we're up in Alabama as well. I think it's time to get rid of the contributory negligence law. Up there, there's only there's only one other state that follows it the way Alabama does. It's, again, antiquated, out of touch with reality. We're the only, and I'm licensed in Alabama, so in Alabama, that is something that desperately needs to be changed. It actually is misused and abused a lot of times by the insurance industry up there, and I think it's time, fair time to change it and bring Alabama in line with the rest of the United States.